I think we might have the echo.
God damn it.
Bump, bump. We'll let some folks trickle in. Nope. Boom. Global's in the house. What's up, Global? What time is it out there, man? Isn't it like Friday already for you? We're live, big dog.
You already went live?
Yes, sir.
All right.
We are on. Global's in the house already. Dude, I was going through my box of stuff. I forgot that I have set to the side like a box of stuff that I was already gonna send for grading, not necessarily PSA or anything. Look at this thing. Prism,
what is it?
Kobe. Green.
Oh.
Pretty dope. Dude, I had some Shinguns in here. I completely forgot. Look at this.
You gonna send those to PSA or Arena Club?
I sent a bunch of stuff to PSA. They just got it.
Yeah.
Dude, I got some freaking sweet Trae Youngs in here that I completely forgot about. Man.
Well,
look at this. Look at
this. Time is money, bro.
AD rookie card. Hoops AD rookie. Look at that.
Yeah, that's worth like $2.
Still pretty dope. I pulled that card actually, believe it or not.
Oh, I sold that card for like $115.
At the top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a bad.
Hey,
Global says it's lunchtime over there. Friday lunchtime.
You know what, Global? I'm off the grading game too, buddy. I am off the grading game too.
You know, that's a good little topic.
I did a whole video on it. People loved it.
Yep, that's a good topic. That is a good topic.
So let's start there. You grading cards still, or are you not grading cards? What are you doing?
So it's funny you mentioned that because I right now have for somebody who absolutely despises PSA. I have 2 orders out there with them right now.
Yeah.
For stuff getting graded. One of them is a 90s. So when what was it, back in December or something like that, or November?
They did that $14 special or whatever.
No, yes. Or it was like 90s.
Yeah.
It was like 89 and below, or 90 and below, or something like that.
Yeah.
Sports. And so I submitted a bunch of, because I had a bunch of the stickers, the Panini 1989 to 90 stickers.
Yep.
And so I sent like, I don't know, maybe 24 stickers, all Jordan, to get graded. And so I did that purely to like get them because they were good shape. I, hand cut them myself and all that stuff. So, and the idea was at $14 or $10, whatever it was at the time.
14. It was 14.
14. There you go. Yeah. At $14, they weren't gonna, even if they got 10s, they weren't gonna fetch the money in a SGC.
Yeah.
And I did the math, and even in a 9 in that card still makes money at $14 grading, right? Because I think a 9 in that card is like $30 or something like that, or $28 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna do anything with them raw. I wasn't gonna do anything. I wasn't gonna send them an SGC because they just don't fetch enough cash in an SGC case. So I shipped them all off to PSA. And then for the month of January, they had the Ultra Modern sale for $14 a card. And at that point, all the Shinguns that I've been sitting on that were low number. So I basically took So I have a ton of Shinguns, but I have a ton of low numbered stuff. Everything like 50 and below. So like number to 25, number to 30. I had a couple of golds, number to 10. Just stuff like that. And I ended up putting together again like another 20 cards worth of stuff that I wanted to send over there. And so yeah, so I got 2 orders out them with them right now, but only at the $14 price or whatever. So 2 schools of thoughts there, right? Completely different subs. One of them majority PC stuff, but semi high end, right? Numbered less than 50. Shingun's a hot rookie card right now. I've been collecting him since he got drafted, so I've been riding that way for a long time.
You have.
And so that's the only reason why I have some of those really what's considered now to be a high end card, anything numbered 50 or below. And then the other one was just a complete flip, just completely to flip. I might end up selling some of the Shinguns because I just so I can see if I could trade up to a nice rookie patch, but we'll see. How about you?
I don't know if you really answered the question.
Yeah, so I'm grading. I'm still grading.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still grading. I'm waiting for SGC to drop some kind of a deal. See, the thing about it is that right now, the only reason why I would grade is like I'm not grading anything for PC right now. And even if I do grade for PC, it has to be like the only PC that I have right now that hasn't been graded is all my Shingun stuff. I graded a ton of stuff with SGC in my Shingun PC, but at $14, you kind of can't you can't send it anywhere else. When PSA is at $14 or less, even at $9, I think right now they're at for TCG. Like you can't go anywhere else. Huh?
SGC's at $9.
Oh, SGC's at $9, but still PSA, you're talking about a $5 difference.
Yep.
Right? But you're talking about a 30% less return on your investment in a PSA slab versus an SGC slab. So the math doesn't allow you to go to PSA. I mean, it doesn't allow you to go to SGC. Unfortunately, because I like SGC more. But if you're just going dollars to dollars, it's hard to turn down PSA at $15.
So, like, I guess one of the questions that's interesting to me, because for me, like right now, I'm just strictly sell, and if I find a card for the sets I'm building, I'll try to buy them. But like going on vacation next week, so right now I'm not buying any cards, not doing anything. Right, I've got no grading orders out. Everything from PSA literally came back at once. It was so odd, and really didn't need that to happen like that.
That's weird.
But yeah, everything came back at one time. I was like, all right.
So you got kicked in the nuts, huh?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that sucks.
But all good. I mean, it's relative, right? Because if we're gonna pay the money anyway, I just kind of had it spaced out versus like a whole bunch of it all at once.
Yeah.
But I was looking at a couple of different things, right? Like, so since I've been on this crazy selling binge, I find that on Facebook, where I don't often sell, the buyers on there do not want graded cards. And if they do, if the card's $100 on eBay, they want to give you like $75
for the graded card.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, you take out 12.5%, right, for eBay fees and all that crap, and you're saving on tax, and still gonna ship the thing, right? So even if I price it 12.5% below, nothing, not even offers, right? I listed a whole bunch of graded cards. Hey, willing to take offers.
I saw your listings.
Crickets.
Yeah.
I listed raw cards, dude. I got people messaging me 24 hours a day.
No
like,
way.
Hey, what else you got? What else you got raw? What else you got raw? I'm like, you don't want anything graded? Nope, I don't want anything graded raw. I'm like, okay.
So let me ask you this. So if I was buying on Facebook, you and I are in a lot of the same, especially the 90s basketball stuff. the majority, I'd say a good 90% of those listings is all raw.
Yep.
And to me personally, if I'm buying, I want to buy raw. And I want to get the best price I can on the raw card.
Sure.
And then grade.
Right.
With the hopes that I got a good one in a 9
Yeah,
or 10.
everybody's beating each other up.
Right.
Because then everybody's stuck at the same mindset of I'm going to grade this and I'm going to sell it for $1 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the thing. So I think, man, it's interesting that you've had that's the situation you're going through, because if I'm going to do that, if that's my strategy, right? Buy raw online, beat the guy up on the price, hope I get a really good card, grade it, get a 9 or a 10, maybe 2x my money, maybe 3x depending on the card. But then if that same exact card were to come up in a grade that I already want a 9 or a 10, you as the seller are going to want top dollar for that.
right.
Because you already went through the work, right? There's no arbitrage there.
Right.
And so what that does is that limits you to the collectors in the space that are, let's face it, collectors in the space are outnumbered, I'd say 10-1. If you got guys buying cards on Facebook, I would say 9 of them are in it for the flip that I just described, and there's one guy out there that's like really looking, like me personally.
Yeah. Because what happens? Like, so there's a couple guys that you see the names in the groups, and they're always posting, I'm buying raw.
I got
$8 million to spend tonight, and yada yada yada. And then 3 months later, here come those same cards graded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, okay.
The same guy, right? You can go back through his history and see where he bought that raw. Yeah.
Which is whatever, right? I get it, but I'm just finding that, and thankfully, like the cards that I have to sell, like all my Kevin Garnett's, the majority of it is raw.
Yeah.
So, and I'll tell you, I've got 2 guys in Singapore
that are just eating it up, huh?
They don't leave me alone.
But you know why though? Because those guys had basketball back then. Like that was all they had.
Yeah, and they've got like one of them's got a massive collection. Like he sends me pictures of stuff. We've been kind of like talking for years, but like he's got some heavy duty stuff. And I'm like, dude, he's good. Like we talk price. It's not like a big, like, if the card I listed for 50, he's like, all right, how about he'll do a package deal. And it's like,
gotcha.
He'll might be 20 bucks off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm good like that. Like I got guys that, the low balling that everybody gets and whatever else, which cracks me up. But like, like I've been moving stuff left and right, which is great. I wish I could use it for something other than like, a cruise and paying bills, but hey, it is what it is right now. But I will say this, right? Maybe people in the chat are having the same the problems, but eBay's standard envelope shipping there, right, where you can ship the card for under $20 for not a lot of money.
Yeah, like 30 cents, some of that.
Well, it's like if it's like $2
or something like that.
I list every standard listing card for 2 ounces, so it comes out to like 88 cents.
There you go.
So then it gives you tracking. Great.
Right.
Well, whatever.
Right.
But the tracking blows.
It does.
It's the dog shit. It might as well not even happen.
Might as well not. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? They have to improve that tracking, because what's happening is myself experience this, and I know other people have because I see it all the time. But like people are filing claims that they haven't received the card, and then like you refund, and then 15 days later the shit updates and it's been delivered.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's one of those
or it never updates.
Right.
Or it never updates.
Like, listen, you're offering a service to your customers. The buyer and the seller here are both trusting that this tracking feature is going to work, and it's essentially dog crap.
Yeah. So I've actually seen some discussion online about this. I can't remember who it was that recently did a video about that, or not recently, but it was a while back. So and I've actually talked to my postman, the guy that comes and delivers our mail. The scanning for that is completely different.
Yeah.
Right. So when you print a label, you get this, the real barcode, right? Like if you're going, like first class mail or whatever, if you hit that barcode, that's like a legit barcode. If you pay attention to the other one, the 30 cent or 88 cent one, the barcode is completely different. It's not the same.
Yeah. No, I know
And
that.
so even though the courier, your carrier might scan it when he's picking up your mail, once it gets to the big post office to be sorted and shuffled and all that stuff, they're not looking for those, codes to scan, or it's going through the sorter like a normal envelope thing,
Right.
and it gets lost in the sauce, right? So it's a pain, dude. Because I've had everybody that I've refunded, it's all been the 88 cent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's like, I just look at it and I say to myself, there's got to be a better way on this. You know what I mean? Like if you're offering a service, it's like if I go to Jiffy Lube to get my oil changed, right? And it's cheaper there than everywhere else, which is actually kind of expensive there, but whatever. That's a topic for another day. But it's like going to Jiffy Lube to get your oil changed, and they don't put the plug back in your oil pan, and you drive away, and like, you know what I mean? Now you're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, thanks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've experienced it. I'd say out of, gosh, every maybe 20 standard envelope, I get one. I try to ship very quick. Like with if you bought something from me right now, I would print it and ship it and send it out tomorrow morning. Like I don't sit around and wait. Like you the way I look at it is, you've bought that card, you've paid for it. I don't own it anymore.
Right.
So like, get it the hell out. Like people that take like a week and a half to ship, it's like, unless you live in Central Texas next to Omar and you're riding a friggin' donkey, like what the hell is going on here? Like go to the mailbox, bro, and ship your cards.
Yeah.
So like that aggravates me, but like again, I'm not buying right now, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass for sure, man. We got some folks in here. If you guys are in here, hit that like button, please, on the stream. So he said, I've had Mike Trout's in the house. What did he say? I've had people go.
We're gonna go back to the top. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We gotta be professional.
Oh yeah. Global doesn't like the slabs. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah,
he's not messing with that.
Global's taking a buying hiatus. I think Global's disgruntled like I am.
Yeah, he might be.
Maple Fade got his case.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
We gotta do that giveaway right now.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. Let me pull that up while you're
figure that out while I'm saying hello to everybody. What's up, Kenny G? Kenny G's a Vikings fan.
Kenny G in the house.
Yo, the other Mike Trout's here.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Have people buy good looking.
You know what, Mike Trout? This is a great point right here, dude.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people buy good looking 8s and sell them raw because they can get a lot of times now the 8s. Forget it. It's back to the way it was. That's how it's working. It's exactly how this used to be. It is what it is, and it's totally fine. But it's like, you gotta just think about what you're doing, sending cards and crap like that, because I'd say maybe 80% of stuff isn't worth getting graded anymore. You know what I mean? I run one of the largest sports card marketplace in Australia and have to agree with people love buying raw. Yep. Especially on the right cards, man.
20-hour auctions are huge.
Yep, that's a good.
So wait, how are we gonna do this giveaway? Because wasn't Zach gonna run that through a randomizer?
I thought we were doing that for him. That program.
I don't know that program.
The one we did the other thing on.
No. That's for this.
Right. I thought you were just gonna type the names in.
That's for the. Oh, I got you. Yes. Okay, that's true. All right. Yeah, we'll do it quick. Let me see. We'll set that up. Man, I don't know why I completely blanked on that.
Kurt's Card Care empowers us to all want to fix raw. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, Kurt's Card Care does some good stuff.
Oh, hey, Global. We're gonna get that kit shipped out for you here shortly. I gotta get with Kurt on that.
Yes. Maple, I agree with you, man. Learning how to pre-grade raw cards is so important for your grading success. Also, knowing the nuances of each grading company
Yes.
and their tolerance of what, like SGC tolerates things and you can still gem where PSA doesn't. And then sometimes PSA, you finally think you've got them figured out and you get an order back and you're like, what the hell just happened here? So it's true. I don't grade with BGS because it's a ripoff. And yeah, that's that.
Evan,
Apparently, the eBay tracking number evaporates after 4 days. Yeah, you know what, Carlisle? Like Bobbles told me a long time ago, if you file a "Where's my package" claim, things all of a sudden start to magically appear, and I've had good success doing that. So things like that happen. It's just tough with the eBay, the standard envelope, because the tracking is just like I don't know if it's like a kid made it up or what, but damn, still have a card pending from eBay from December 3rd.
Jesus, yeah, you need to file something for that, buddy. Mike Gregory 131.
Yeah, you want to change that air filter, buddy? Don't you? You live down south too, don't you? It's hot down there. You got to breathe in that nice, cool air, buddy.
JDE Aaron.
So anyway, while Omar's doing that, the other thing that I thought was interesting here, I'm going to bring this down because I kind of nerd out on some of this stuff sometimes. Share screen. All right. So on the screen, we have, well, if I could, here you go. January grading. And I only care about sports. I don't collect TCG cards, so I apologize for anybody that does. But PSA has been averaging right around this 660, 640 mark on sports cards for quite a long time now. They clearly do another monster portion of their business in the Pokemon and all those other things that are out there. I don't know everything, but SGC, if you guys remember, I mean, they were at 20,000, then they were at 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, yada, yada, yada. Now they're at 141,000 here. And what my question is this, going off of, oh, hey, what's up, man? The Hobby Champs is here.
Hobby Champs. Let's go.
So what I wanted to ask you, Omar, was this, and anybody else that's watching in the chat. If SGC, because these numbers, they're starting to make like a significant dent here in sports cards, I think. At what point do we see their branded slab take the next step? What do they have to do? Because the growth is there. More and more and more people are using them every single month. So to me, logic would say at some point, the resale value would have to increase a little bit too, if there's that much demand for people using them to grade, or are we seeing collectors now make the switch over to SGC and that's where they're at? What do you think?
So I think SGC's bumps are coming from a lot of the specials that they're running, right? And we've said,
but that shows you there's an appetite, a strong appetite at a cheaper price.
Correct. But so that's great, right? That's great that they see that. But you and I have talked about this before, where we say, okay, SGC at 141 a month, operationally from a business standpoint, if they like that number, if they like their output,
care about but I don't care about SGC. I don't care about SGC and their business model or anything like that. What I'm talking about is over the last now 4 years since COVID hit, these dudes have made substantial gains.
Agreed.
Why then has the resale value not matched the growth?
Why has
that's
the
my question?
Value not matched the growth? Because PSA. So So while I agree that they have made substantial growth, right? So
Yep.
has PSA, right? Like
Right.
PSA is still the juggernaut
Oh, I
of
know that.
in all of this, right? And so
Yep.
it's not like it's not like SGC. It's not like anything happened within that 4-year time period where SGC has become better than PSA as a label, as a company, as a just a staple in the hobby, right? They
Yep.
have grown, but but PSA has grown just as much, right? So their value has gone up, but PSA was so far ahead of them, right? Like the gap used to be
But I
massive.
didn't ask. I didn't ask about PSA. I
No,
asked
I know that,
about
but what I'm saying,
SGC
you're saying why
pricing.
hasn't their prices of dollars matched their growth, right? So
Right.
let's say that
Yes.
they've grown 40% since 2018 or 2019 or 50% since
Yeah. I'd say
2019.
I think they've grown more than that, but
So call
anyway,
it
I get what
100.
you're saying. I know as an
Call
example.
it
Right.
double. Let's just say that they've
Yeah.
grown, they've doubled since 2019, right?
Yep.
But yet the value of their slabs hasn't doubled since 2019,
Correct.
right? And so what I'm saying is that even though they may have doubled, the pool of people that are grading has 10x'd, right? And so
Yep.
there's a lot of people out there that are grading now that didn't even know what grading was 2 years ago, right? And so that entire group of people, there's still a large chunk of those new people going to PSA and being indoctrinated into the idea that PSA is where it's at, right? And
Yep.
there's a small subset of those people that represent that growth of SGC that are still buying SGC, but it's not enough to bring the prices of their slabs up because you got a much bigger group of PSA guys going, why are you grading with SGC? They're not worth as much, right? Like I feel like that group of collectors that is PSA centric collectors are still large enough to talk down the value of an SGC slab. And there isn't enough SGC people out there talking up the value of the slab, right? So
Okay.
it just hasn't grown parallel.
That's a fair point, right?
Yeah.
But I still, if at the start, if you told me in 2020, this card, whatever this is, what is this? I can't even say the guy's name. Some rookie card
Right.
was worth $50 in a PSA 10 and $25 in an SGC 10. I'd
Uh-huh.
say, oh, okay. 4 years later, where that number now is ticking closer to 200,000 people are using SGC
Mm-hmm.
each month for sports cards, which means the market now for SGC people is much more robust than it was 4 years ago. This card should be
So
just by
so I think that's where I'm saying is the issue, right? Because pop count doesn't necessarily mean so you'd be willing to grade with SGC, but if you were to try to buy a slab in an SGC, those are two totally different things, right? Because I can grade for $9, but I'm not going to pay PSA prices for an SGC slab. Like those two things can happen in parallel, right? Because I do it all the time, right? I'll intentionally go out and look for an SGC card in a card that I want. Look for it in a 10 because I know that if I buy it in a 10, it's going to be a solid condition card. It's going to be a gem mint condition card. And I'll hold it in an SGC slab, but I'm not paying PSA 10 prices. Forget about it. That's just not the market value of an SGC slab. At the same time, I'll go pay $9 to grade in an SGC slab. If my full intention is not to flip the card. But it's just like I told you at the beginning of the stream. I have orders with PSA right now that I'm looking to put through PSA strictly for the value increase.
Right.
Why have I been holding on to those cards for so long, and why didn't I send them to SGC? Because the math simply isn't there. You see what I'm saying?
But do you think then that thought that you have, right? Because I have to say, you're a big. I was on the SGC train for a while, and I've sort of fallen off of it. But you still seem to kind of be hanging on to it. But that thought process you have of I'll go out and look for that SGC slab cheaper.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I guess it's so like to me then that tells me that's a bad thought process for SGC to try to navigate the waters in. And I don't know. The one area I think how they can change that thought process is buy the same damn acrylic that CGC uses
Oh,
and make that your new slab.
yeah. So the thing about it, I mean, just like Global at the beginning of the stream mentioned, I hate the SGC case. I know a lot of guys that have that same sentiment. There's a lot of guys out there that simply do not grade with SGC because of the tuxedo. Right? There's guys out there that go, I just don't like their slabs. Their slabs are too big. Like I love the grading company. The slabs are just entirely too big.
Yeah, they are. They're awkward. I really think they need. That's the next step I think in their evolution.
I think so
Make
too.
A smaller, more nice.
Give an option.
Aesthetically, no. Don't give an option.
Oh, you're not. You're saying do away with the tuxedo.
Make the damn keep the tux, but make it smaller and whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean?
A redesign.
Like redesign that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, what do we got for comments here? Jason, what's up, buddy? Hobby Champs is in the house. What's up, man? SGC is at same market value as PSA for vintage. Yeah,
that's a good point.
I agree.
That's a good point.
The fundamental reason that people pay more for PSA cards than SGC. That's a good point. Carlisle is always just a man of. It's crazy how a lot of the record-selling sports cards are in SGC slabs. It still seems psychological. Yeah, it is crazy, right?
But so to that point, right? A lot of them are a lot of the high end ones are the record setting cards are in SGC slabs, but that's because a lot of the record setting cards are vintage cards.
Right. Yeah, they're big. They're big dog cards that you don't see very often. But it's still interesting, though, right? That person made the decision to grade it with SGC.
Yeah, because I bet you that even the people that are PSA big guys would still agree that if you have a 52 Mickey Mantle, SGC is where to go with it.
Yeah, but if you got a PSA 10, and there's a few of them out there, right? That's a $20-30 million card.
Yeah, but how many people have a PSA 10? And
I don't know how many there are.
And on top of that, so let's talk about the people who typically pop up with these Mickey Mantles. 9 times out of 10, they're people that have like they just came across it, and not everybody has the 10-15 grand laying around to go get it graded.
Oh, dude, I'm not saying that. I mean, you're playing in a sandbox in Dubai at that point.
For sure. I mean? For sure.
So but again, the thought process there, because usually people that like are doing that stuff are sort of, conscious about, like you're buying your Nikes and your Ferrari and whatever.
Right.
But like, it's just interesting because everybody says PSA, but then the big dog cards are in an SGC. Now the PSA 10s that are out there, if that SGC 9.5 did 12.5 million or whatever it was,
right.
PSA 10 is a 25 to 30 something million dollar card.
Agreed.
I think the first PSA 10 of that Mickey Mantle that hits the market, if it one will eventually here.
One will for sure.
The first one though is going to set a number that will be redonkulous, that won't be touched.
I agree.
It's just like any other. It's like Wander Franco's stupid tops PSA. It's like any other PSA 10 that comes out. The first one that hits the market now is going to be huge. And then the next guy's going to go, I could like buy my state for that. And then they're going to get 5 million less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. So
I agree. You want to run this? You want to run this giveaway real quick? Let's do that. We got a few folks.
Let's run it. So last week, guys, in our podcast, our 50th episode, Zach from Key City Cards was kind enough to donate a Hobby Box 2023 Topps Chrome Black. That there was a challenge that went with that, which was go to the Card Hedge Instagram page and comment the very first post that we did back in like 2020. Here it is. Here's all the people that commented. And we have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people.
All right.
And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people.
All right.
So this is a random. This is a random wheel. I put the names in. We're
Here
gonna
we go.
spin this wheel. And we're gonna run wherever it lands. This is who's gonna get. We'll send the name out to Zach.
No, Blade.
Blade breaks.
Wow.
Nice.
All right. I thought Hobby Champs was gonna win again.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, oh man, Hobby's gonna get him one.
Yeah, Hobby's cleaning up. Blade breaks, wins the 2023 Topps Chrome Black Hobby Box. Congratulations, man.
I guess you could reach out to Zach and
Yeah,
let him know.
I'll say, Blade, if you're on, if you're not, if you watch this later, shoot me an email or shoot me a message on Instagram. I know you have my Instagram.
Yeah.
Shoot me a message. We'll get that sent to you.
I can do this right now. I can actually
have to share our hits. Share the hits when you pull them.
I can actually comment.
You should be able to.
Contact. What was the Key City Cards?
Yeah, Key City Cards.
Key City Cards. Yeah, there he is. And it was a hobby box, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Carlisle, that's a great point, man. PSA standards are a little more forgiving than SGCs.
So when it comes to centering, it's SGC does not mess around. Oh, see, look, perfect. Carlisle hit it right on the head. Yeah,
that's what I just said, dude.
Yeah. There's some stuff that they're forgiving about. There's some stuff that they're not, but you know, the crappy part about it, man, is that if you get a card that's like ultra modern, let's just call modern ultra modern, right? You send a card off to SGC. Anything that's not a 9.5 or a 10, forget about it. You're getting screwed. All displays are my 6s upside down, so I can appreciate that. Nice. That's one way to do it. With PSA getting
so here you go, Gavin. Gavin, this is like the next thing I wanted to talk about. So way to read my mind. So PSA is really starting to crank cards out. I think you're going to see some pricing wars here. I think you're gonna see by the end of the year under $10 grading.
Out of who?
Out of SGC.
Oh, okay. Out of SGC, I don't think PSA is ever going under $14.
Well, here's the thing. If again, we have these numbers now, right? And their numbers are consistent, right? Their numbers have been consistent for a long time,
right?
So PSA can kind of do sort of what they want until they can't, right? Does that make sense?
Right.
But like SGC, I think is gonna have to do some creative stuff with pricing, to make, you know, I don't know. But again, I'm not there. I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? Like you said before. But if PSA is getting faster, like again, like I was talking about at the beginning of the show, the 3 orders I had out were sitting there, and then all of a sudden it was like December, and everything like hit at once.
So like, door to door, what was your time?
Like one was there for a couple of months. The other 2 were like a month. And it was like everything got done exactly at the same time.
So my first order is still sitting there. It's been sitting at assembly for God knows how long. They got it December 8th and it's still not moving. So I'm sitting at about 2 months right now.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, are you buying the slab or are you buying the card?
Right.
Right.
That's the real question. James. Now, James, the piece of this too is this. Are you a full collector, never going to resell, or are you collecting with the thought that someday you're going to have to sell your cards, or someone's, you know what I mean? So like, I think there's a big difference in that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I look to try to buy the nicest card I can in whatever slab it is, especially on vintage. Like, I just bought a couple vintage cards like a month or 2 ago that were pretty like nice 4s and 5s from like 56, and they're SGCs, and they were just great eye appeal, like stuff I've like pictures that I collect, Hall of Fame pictures. Like I have no intention to sell those. So I just grabbed what I thought was a nice looking card. You know what I mean?
Would
I
would
think
you ever buy an SGC slab with the full intention of cracking it and sending it to PSA?
yeah.
Yeah.
But here's no. Well, I say yes. Um, I've cracked a couple of SGC and a couple of CGC, and sent them to PSA. And the SGC crossed exactly to the same grade. The CGCs went down 2 grades.
Holy shit! Really?
I was like, damn, that was not cool.
What?
And they were
2
straight
grades?
PC cards, but like I was like 7. What? They were 9s.
There were
And they went
9s,
to
then came back 7s.
7.
Wow,
7.
dude, that's crazy.
Crazy. And,
Yeah,
and
I
the only
did.
reason I sent them was because I was confident they were cracked
Right,
to a
right,
9.
right. Yeah, so I've always thought about, because like I've purchased like a lot. Like when I went on my little run where I was buying Ja when he got suspended or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Ja was like in the dirt. Like all his cards were in the dirt.
Yeah.
And so the cards are already in the dirt. So now I'm gonna go in the dirt and find the SGC cards and buy up. So I bought a bunch of SGC 10 Ja, just I mean prisms and just all kinds of stuff. And I always thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold them because I paid bottom prices for them. I mean, I bought them like at the bottom. And so I thought to myself, if Ja does what I think he's gonna do, which is come back full force, and obviously he's hurt. I don't really think he's that hurt. I think they just put him away for the rest of the season, if you ask me. But next year we got a full year of basketball where Ja has been like maxing and relaxing for the last year and a half, and I think that kid's gonna come out full force. Now the question there is gonna be is like, okay, when I go to flip, because I'm buying Ja just to flip, I'm gonna keep some, but I'm buying Ja to flip. What how much, because I bought them at bottom prices and in SGC slabs, which is already even a further discount.
Yep.
Like I could make out really well if I decided to crack them all and they all cross over, because I bought nothing but 9 5s and 10s. I didn't buy anything less. And so if I send them all, if I send all those off to PSA if they run another $14 special, some of those cards I'll be in them for $20. And if they come back PSA 10s, could potentially be $50-$60 cards, and I'm in the money all day, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't. I started doing that when I was gonna pick up Ja, but because I was gonna pick up Ja in PSA, and then I thought to myself, I started seeing some of these SGC 10s going for like 30 to 40% less, and I'm like, why wouldn't I do that?
This is what I'm talking about.
CGC has the best acrylic, man.
If SGC had a slab like this, I think it would change a lot of things.
You think so? You think that's what's holding them back?
Well, because a lot of people bitch about the slab. They hate the slab.
I agree. I don't disagree with you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I like the black. That's what originally drew me to them when I first got back into like grading and stuff. I was like, oh, I like that. Just want it to be smaller.
I agree. The footprint of the SGC slab is definitely bigger.
Yeah.
But I did a
world where we're trying to conserve energy. We gotta get smaller, like EVs. You know what I mean?
I did a test a long time ago. It's on my channel somewhere where I actually weighed them out and everything. And I think even still, I think BGS had the chunkiest, beefiest slab of them all.
Yeah, they do. Like you could kill if I fired a BGS slab at you from across the room and hit you like in the temple.
Yeah,
like, it's over for you.
Lights out, right? Yeah.
What else we got here? The overall market has dipped so much. I still don't think the PSA 10
make you man.
I see. So this is where you could get into a lot of good debates. Right?
Oh, so I see what he's saying.
Yeah. At least this is the way my mind thinks. That someone's going to come out there, and I don't disagree with the economy, but people that have mad cash to spend on cards have mad cash. And does the economy really affect? You know what I mean? Yes, I know it affects them, but like, unless they lost 400 million in like whatever equity overnight.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But
25 million is like $20.
To Jason's point, though, like
plus if you're an egomaniac,
Yeah, you want
you want to dip your balls in the water to say,
right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the trophy, right? But I mean, to his point though, that 9.5 sold what 2 years ago or a year and a half ago or something like that. And so if one was
Last year,
to,
right?
yeah, I think actually, my bad. I
Last
think
summer.
you're right. Yeah, last summer. That's right.
Or this past summer.
Because it was
Whatever,
the Rosen, it was the Rosen find, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last year. You're right. Because I had Mike from Bench Clear on to talk about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you were to take the sell of that card at that time, and then fast forward almost a year later and sell the PSA 10, I agree with that. I think that 9.5 dollar for dollar would outsell that PSA 10 now, but only because of economic situations. But even still, that would still be something that SGC guys like me would sing from the rooftops, right? We'd be like,
right,
you know, like my like a SGC 9.5 outsold your PSA 10 in the most iconic sports card ever.
Yeah.
So go suck it. You know what
I mean? This is from Maple Fade. This is a good point, man. I do like this too with the serial number on the label. I do like that. That's just a little something SGC does to differentiate. Anybody know if SGC got out of their backlog? I don't know. I've been reading that they're taking like, few extra weeks here.
No way, really?
Yeah.
I haven't graded with them in a while, so I don't know. Everything that I've done so far has taken at least a week. Like 9
you're right,
or 10
Jason.
days door to door.
I don't disagree with Jason. Like there's no
what did Jason say?
He just said there's no need to drop their price.
Oh no, yeah, there isn't.
Yeah, is it $8? What are they running at $8?
No way. Let me see. But the thing about it is that they're running them on Topps product. They're not running it on anything else.
James, I think selling a car, depending on what it is a loss. I drove my car off the lot that I just bought, and it was automatically like depreciated 20%.
What is their? Yeah, see, their TCG special is $9. I think that's what they're doing right now. I think that's it.
New label. Wait, CGC. What are you talking? They were David Ortiz rookie cards. A gold medallion and something else. Two David Ortiz rookie cards.
Yeah,
and
old
SGC, the SGC one was a Freddie Freeman Topps Heritage Chrome Refractor rookie card, which is a sick card.
Guys, if you're in the chat with us, man, you're checking out the stream, hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. We're considering going to a full live stream format for the podcast going forward. We kind of dig this. We dig this.
Yeah, so James, I kind of knew you didn't sell anything. I just wanted to confirm that. And I respect that big time. And part of me has part of you in me where I don't sell certain cards. Mainly like my Michael Jordan cards and some baseball cards and things like that.
Hold on to the goats.
Other than that, like, I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, you know what? See you later.
Go to that comment by Jason right before that again, where he's saying if the grade was in fact a grade, wouldn't the grades wouldn't change on a crack and resub.
Right.
So yeah, but the problem with that, Jason, is that every company has their way of grading, right? I mean, we were just talking about that, right? SGC gives no leeway to centering. PSA does, right? PSA gives no leeway to corners and edges. SGC kind of does, Don't say, I don't even buy some cars. I steal. We do not condone stealing here.
Carlisle's filling in for Birdie tonight with the jokes.
Yeah, he is. Whose fault is it?
Yeah, so I don't sell for less. Like, I'll be honest with you. I just sold a couple of hockey cards. I sold the Cam Neely rookie card and an SGC 9. And I got exactly what I wanted out of it. And I sold what was the other hockey card I sold?
But you still sold for less than a PSA, right? No, you listed. Well, okay, so hold on.
Nope.
So PSA 9. What did you have? PSA SGC 10 or SGC 9? What was it?
SGC 9.
SGC 9. You listed it for the same price as a
The
PSA
last
9,
sale of a PSA 9,
and you got
put it on, and I got it.
and that's what you got.
Yep.
No shit.
Yep.
Ultra modern or what was it?
No, Cam Neely rookie card, hockey, from like 84 OPG.
Okay, so
tough card to
again,
grade.
yeah,
Tough
but
card to
again, back
grade.
to that discussion, right, about where SGC's wheelhouse is.
But the other card was an ultra modern PMG hockey card.
And you did the same thing. It sold for the price of the
there was
PSA
no price.
equivalent.
There was no price because there's only so many of them.
I got you.
So
I got you.
I just made up a price and I got it. SGC.
That's an interesting.
I don't have. So I maybe I should be kind of clear on this too. I've never had like a problem selling SGC. I haven't. And I'm not one of these guys that sits there and lists it at the same PSA price. I look at it as this is a nice card.
Right.
It's graded accurately. It's graded well.
Right.
There's someone else out there that thinks the same way. I'll put it out on eBay because there's a million more people that look at it. And eventually someone will come along and buy it.
Yeah, you're waiting for that.
Excuse my language, but the shit I want to get rid of real quick, I put in a PSA slab and I just sell them. I don't care, but it's all 2023 tops finest shit. Guys that aren't going to be playing in a year. I don't care. Get out. I just want you out of my house. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is the only thing I agree with you. It's a little too wide. It's a little too tall.
A little chunkier. I actually like a PSA slab in my hand. It just, I don't know, it feels a little different.
I like the CGC the best.
For sure. I think we can all agree on that. On the mantle, would it matter when PSA graded it? Ooh,
it could.
Yeah, but I don't think that they're letting the trainees grade an 82. The Mickey Mantles, right? I mean, like,
right.
They got the senior guys doing those. 1990 went for $2 million less than it was projected, and still sold less than the 9.5 Mickey Mantle. When you think ruthless rookies would have brought mad cash, economy does matter. Yeah, economy matters.
Yeah,
I mean, look to the top 0.0001% elite. The economy doesn't matter because 9 times out of 10, those are the guys manipulating the economy.
Right, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong there.
I don't think
but
so.
I still think if it was that again, like I still think there's a little extra pizzazz around the Mickey Mantle 52 rookie card in a PSA 10 with only 2 of them.
Right.
That to me is a card that I think should withstand the economic crap. Now, I don't disagree. The economy sucks, but I still think that the people that are buying that card aren't you and me or anybody else in this chat.
No, I don't think so either.
You know what I mean?
Man, so Mike's door to door was 3 weeks. 3 weeks from SGC. That's not bad. You can't beat that. You can't. And we've talked about this a lot. Raw prices are extremely close to PSA 9s. Interesting, huh?
Yep.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, you know what? I think the Card Hedge podcast is better live.
I think so too. I think we get a lot more interaction. Birdie's in the house.
Here he is.
As the wise man, Rodney.
There he is. Birdie has entered the building.
We said his name 3 times, man. It's like
I clicked my heels and all he did. Yeah, Jason, I don't disagree with you, man. Like I think you're gonna find here, like I want SGC to do well. I want SGC to be that I like pushing and challenging, and they've done that. And that's why I ask these questions of like, what else do they have to do for collectors and people buying cards to be willing to pay a little bit more, right? Or is it okay to just buy them at that price and that's that, right? I think there's something to say about that too.
There is. I agree,
not everything needs to be top dollar, right?
Right. Kobe.
Now, one question I want to ask before we go, because we're crushing the hour here. How many of you guys, and Omar, I'm going to ask this to you as well. How often do you trade cards?
trade,
Yeah.
you're asking the wrong person, Bubba. You know I'm all on Arena right now.
Oh, I know that. I know that. But like I know you do, and I know I'm curious about people in the chat, how many people are using on like my card post or Arena Club to do their buying, selling, and trading. And there's no guys, there's no plug here. We're not getting anything from it. I'm just curious because those are
Links in the description if you want to sign up for Arena.
there are I've had some very good luck trading on both. And Omar and I were talking earlier today about, Omar's been making some trades where he's trading $2, $3, $4, $5 cards for a $15 card, then turning that into a $30 card or something like that, whatever, packaging it up. And then he's able to sell something and make, you know what I mean? So I'm just curious, how many of you wheel and deal via trades more often than not? Anybody at all?
Yeah, so I want to show, because you're bringing up a good point here. So somebody sent me, what was that trade that I did?
And those guys like James.
Look
I don't
at
know if
this.
James is still here, but James, I know you as a collector. Are you more apt to trade than you would be to sell?
Oh, wait a second. I'm sharing the wrong thing. God damn it.
I always wonder that.
So I'm gonna share something because I thought this is what you and I were talking about today. Entire screen. Here we go.
Oh, Mikey,
Look at
this is stuff I want to know too, man. I don't know. We can
Which
talk
ones
about
from
that
our set or insets do you think? What did he go? Throw that back up there again?
Yeah, do yours first because we're talking trades right now.
So check this out. So this is look at what I traded, right? So I traded Josh Christopher, Ultra Modern, Kevin Porter Jr., which by all accounts is dead. I mean, I don't even know why this guy wanted these cards, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't he in jail?
Not knocking the guy. I mean, he obviously collects who he wants to collect, so I'm not knocking him. But I had all these cards in there from last year when I first signed up with Arena. So 1, 2, 3, 4 Kevin Porter Juniors, a Josh Christopher, Christian Wood, which this is not his rookie card because there's only 2 rookie cards out there. So super ultra modern Christian Wood, 2017, 2018 base Clint Capella, and then a mosaic 2019, 2020 Devin Booker. So these are all cards that to me, zero value. I hold zero value to them. I traded them all for this Skybox Chris Webber. And I listed it for $29, even though the last sale in a PSA 10 was, $30. I listed it for, actually, no, he's listing it now for $29. I sold it to this guy for $20. I was not going to get $20 for these 6 cards.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd be lucky to get 50 cents a card for these cards.
Yeah.
Now, once again, I'm not trying to say this to say that I like rip this guy's face off or anything, but because to me these cards don't mean anything, and from a monetary standpoint, they really don't mean anything in general. But to this guy, he must be some sort of Kevin Porter fan for whatever reason, or he might have a collection of guys that beat women and went to jail. They were professional athletes, so he's probably got like Ray Rice and like a couple other guys. Like, I don't know what this guy's collection looks like, right? But the fact of the matter is that I had a handful of cards that he wanted. He gave me one card that I thought was pretty dope card because I C Webb is the man, right? I mean, I followed C Webb when he was in Michigan, so he's the dude, right?
Yep.
And so I took that card, I put it in my showroom, and even though the last sale on a PSA 10 was $35, $36, I put it at $20 and somebody hit me up right away.
Right.
So like that's what I love about Arena is that like there's no other way I was going to get rid of these 6 or 7 cards, right? Like it's insane, and that's why I keep doing what I'm doing with these guys.
What do we got here? What do we got? Oh, so let's go back to this, right? Because this is a good question, and we'll see if there's anybody else that traded while we're answering this. Which ultra modern sets or insert sets do you think will be held in higher regard years down? So the first thing that comes to mind is Color Blast.
I got another one for you that I think is really underrated, and I think it's such an amazing set because it taps on so much nostalgia, and it's the NBA Hoops Slam magazine cover sets. Especially if you can get them in the numbered ones or the hollow ones. I've been watching those for a while now, and they're ticking down in value. Like they've ticked down in value, obviously significantly, but they're starting to. I think they've kind of bottomed out. And if you can get the numbered version or the hollow versions or the explosion, the blue explosion, teal explosions, those are really nice, especially if you can finish off the whole set. They only ran them for 2 years. I think they did them in 2021 22, I think 2021 22 or 2020 2021, something like that. There's only 2 years that they were running those are my absolute favorites. I mean, just because I used to buy Slam magazines. I was a big Slam magazine guy. I used to, Slam magazines, East Bay catalogs, Foot Locker catalogs, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so to me, those are just super dope. I love them. And I think, later on down the line, people are going to go, oh, that's right, man. They did do that little run. Because they got everybody. Kobe, they got Allen, they got, Iverson, they got all of them. They're all there. Jason Kidd,
yep.
Jason Williams, like all the guys that you and I grew up watching. I just think that's such a dope set.
There's
downtowns, kabooms,
and downtowns are huge. But then there's I'm trying to think for baseball. It comes out of Don Ross. What is it? Whammies, where it's like the dude and the Hedge huge. Those do pretty well. Like I think that's a card. I don't know, man. It's so tough with the newer
Galactics
stuff.
good.
I do like those Galactics too. That's good stuff.
My House.
I don't know. I liked My House. I liked the Splash. I liked T minus 321.
T minus 321s are
dope. I really like Optic. Optic's a great set.
Optic is a great set. I think Optic is a little slept on, to be honest with you.
I do too.
I don't
know, but that's a tough one. I just, damn, look at this guy.
I got the Allen
and Johnson Slam. Yeah, I had the KG Gold Slam. I sold the Gary Payton Slam Gold.
The Power in the Key set 90 93 94 Fleer Ultra is one of my favorite sets. That's such a dope set. I'm happy to have all of them in shitty grades, but I got them all,
Yeah, I hear you.
The Jordan was the toughest one to get. Dude, we got 22 people
that's
in
a good one. You know what? This is a good one. All right.
But
so
Mike, hold on, home field.
I agree, dude. I think this is a card that I do think the light bulb will go off on in the next couple of years. I think this is a really well done set. And I think, I like these a lot. I do. You know what else I think too is I think this year's those Golden Mirror SPs they did. It's not necessarily an insert, but the SSPs are the Golden Mirrors for baseball. I think those are a long-term play and a fun chase to put together. But some of those things are pretty damn pricey.
What's an interesting one? There's been a story recently about a guy whose buddy brought him his old binder of cards.
Yeah.
And inside that binder of cards was a Jordan StarQuest Gold.
Oh wow.
And the guy had no clue, right? I mean, obviously the buddy that he brought it to is a big collector, so he knew right away. But this guy had no clue, and it's just sitting in a Ultra Pro binder sleeve. And that when I saw that story on TikTok, or I think I saw it on Instagram or something, I was like, man, I forgot about those StarQuest cards. Those are nice cards, dude. The blue, the green, the red, and then obviously the big chase is the gold one. But I mean, dude, the pack rates on those were just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, and they're not that expensive. I mean, I think you could pick up a Jordan in a PSA 9 or for I don't know, $50-$60, I think, something like that. Which if you think about it, that's insane. The pack odds on those things were crazy. You can get a Kobe because it was $98.99. It was $98.99 Upper Deck Premium or something. Was it Premium? I'm trying to think what it was.
Yeah,
Choice Upper Deck Choice.
Yeah, Choice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff out there, man. Like there's just a lot of good stuff. Yeah, the essentials are great, James.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I
Anything
do.
EX 2000s or
Yeah. So here you go. He just took. This is I. So
yeah. That's
the '90s vibe is already there. Like it's strong. Like the
right.
groups, those '90s groups are strong. I think when you get the tops chrome back and the refractors start
Oh,
popping
dude.
and stuff, bro.
I'm so ready for NBA Topps Chrome, bro. It's not even
Yeah,
funny.
you know, like I just wish I could get into basketball the way I used to be.
Oh man.
I try so hard, and then it's like everybody just stands around the 3-point line. I don't know. It's just hard, man. It's like
Yeah.
punch somebody in the mouth
It's
or something.
changing though.
You know? I
It's
don't know.
changing. It's changing, dude. You know, you have to. Because I got caught up in the same thing, right? Because I like I like big men, right? The old
No,
school
I
big
heard
men
that.
that
I
you.
heard that about you.
I said it and I was like, crap.
Put the ball on the tee.
You know, so yeah, exactly. So you know, the Matumbos, the Shaqs, the you know, the. I mean, I'm a deadlift shrimp guy. Like I
No, you're not. No, you're
that was
not.
my guy. You know
No
what I mean?
one's a deadlift shrimp
What do you
guy.
mean nobody's a deadlift shrimp guy, dude? Did you ever
There's
watch
like
him? And
yes, I
well,
watch them, but
okay.
there's like 7 guys right now getting ready to go out crab fishing in Seattle that are deadlift shrimp guys. You're
Oh, get
not.
out of here.
You live in Houston, Texas. You're a Hakeem Olajuwon guy, and that's
Okay,
it.
I am a
Shut
Hakeem
up.
Olajuwon guy, but I
Deadlift
mean, like
shrimp.
that was my position. Power forward, centers, those were the guys that I absolutely love watching. And so for me, that era of basketball was not around for the last 2 decades. It's
No, it
coming
hasn't
back,
been.
bro. It's coming back. Believe
You
me.
think so?
Oh, for sure, dude. I mean, think about the star power that Embiid has right now, that Jokic has
He's
right now,
out.
that Sengun has right now. You get what I'm saying? Well, he's just recently got hurt, but I mean, yeah, because somebody did a people's elbow on his knee when he was on the ground. You know what I mean? Like that. Of course, he's out. You know what I mean? But it's just like that era of basketball. People are really starting to remember what it was like and how dominant these guys were in the paint. And right now, if teams are smart, they would beef up that inside game because there is a lot of opportunity there because there just isn't bruisers down in the
And that's
paint like there used to be.
I feel like if you had a team that had like give you an example, the Celtics, if they would stop chucking threes and just go to the hole,
Yeah,
dude, no one plays
who's
defense.
stopping
Everybody's
Tatum?
scared. Who's stopping Tatum or Jalen
Who's
Brown?
stopping Tatum? Exactly.
No
Who's
one.
stopping Tatum if Tatum's got the ball at the top of the key and he decides to just go full
Right.
LeBron James sprint to the
Right.
basket? You're not stopping that guy.
No.
6'9",
No.
200 pounds.
But
Come on.
they just stand around and chuck threes. I'm like, come on, man. Like
Yeah.
the guy eating nachos can come out and chuck threes.
Well, you can
Like,
thank Steph Curry for that, right?
yeah, I guess. Steph's nasty though.
Steph is nasty, but that's
He
what
doesn't
everybody
miss.
thought.
That's
Everybody
different
thought
though.
he
Steph
could,
doesn't
everybody
miss.
thought that
For
they
like
could replicate that.
12 years, he didn't miss a shot. You know what I mean? Like
Jason knows
it's
what's
different.
up. Jason knows.
Yeah,
What's up.
you know what?
Ewan Morning, Grandmama, Larry Johnson.
Some couple of Georgetown Hoyas there. Dude, I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, like the Knicks used to be a real son of a bitch back in the
Dude,
90s.
Charles Oakley.
They used to be a son of a bitch. Those Bulls Knicks series were awesome.
Dude, the best. That was just the best basketball.
Yeah. Yep.
Golden era basketball. It just doesn't get any better than that.
It was. Yeah. The kid from Purdue would be next to him. Yeah.
Kid from Purdue. What's his name? That's
Oh, you know what? Let's end on this. Let's end on this. The LeBron James dual auto out of Bowman Chrome or whatever it was pulled.
You want to know how much interest I have in that?
No, just hang on. Me too.
Big fat goose egg, brother.
But, and this goes back to the economy. The experts on Twitter are putting this as a 6-figure card.
That card doesn't do more than 25 grand.
Agreed.
I would be shocked, absolutely
Because
shocked.
Bronny's not even like, listen, he's better than me.
Bronny's
on a full
averaging a
scholarship, but
triple
he's
single right
averaging like
now.
2 points.
Yeah, he's averaging a triple single at USC right now, and his
If
dad.
Bronny was a stud ready to come out in the draft, that card would be huge.
Yeah, but even still,
But there hasn't been
LeBron.
LeBron autos in a while, right?
Well,
He
not
hasn't
only
signed
that,
forever.
not only that, but LeBron's star power is nowhere near what it was 10 years ago. Like nobody gives a shit about LeBron anymore.
You think that card doesn't do 100 grand?
That card doesn't do 30 grand, JD. I'm telling you.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I don't think anybody cares about LeBron anymore. LeBron stayed around in the league 6 years too long. No, sorry, I take that back. He should have retired after he won the bubble championship.
Agreed.
If he would have retired after he won that bubble championship, his mystique and his aura would be far greater than it is today, because all he's doing for every minute that he's out on that court is diminishing his era, diminishing his story even further. Like his legacy is getting tarnished at every minute that he's out there. Reggie Miller was the best.
Reggie Miller was awesome.
I love Reg. He's a great analyst too.
That whatever 13 points in 8 seconds was awesome.
And his
battles
his sister's a tall glass of water.
Lee, dude. Reggie was so good. Reggie's a guy that doesn't get like nearly the love that he should, because he was such a badass. Anthony Mason was a strong dude.
Anthony Mason didn't he pass away though? He passed away recently, no? Right? Like
I don't disagree, Mike. Like I'm with you. Like I'm first of all, I'm not a Bronny guy. I'm not a LeBron guy.
Jason said Bronny won't get out of the G League. I agree with that.
Yeah, no, and he could be right. But here's
he will
the thing.
Though. He'll get playing time just because he's LeBron's kid. That's all.
The question was simply yes or no, 6-figure card. Superfractor, dual auto, LeBron and his kid. Is it
everybody in the chat right now?
I say no.
Everybody in the chat right now, if you had to guess right now what that card would go for, what do you guys think that card would do? I'm saying it doesn't do more than 30,000.
I'm saying it does.
I'm saying if it goes over 30,000, whoever's buying that is a moron. An absolute moron.
I'm saying it does 85 G's.
50 cent. James says 50 cent. Mortal says 26 G's. Bay Area guy just doesn't give a damn. It's not Steph. Who gives a shit, right? Bay said though. 26 Mac, 15K. Mike Trout says 15K.
Yeah, I agree. Global
1. he went the old Prices Right route. I like that.
Yeah.
Someone will be stupid enough to go over 75,000.
Yeah, I'm telling you. See, Global is a smart man.
God bless him if they do that. That's just, it's throwing your money away, bro. You're throwing your money away.
So you got to look at a LeBron 1-of-1 auto, because the Bronny piece of it is like whatever. So a LeBron 1-of-1, what's that worth?
But so what are we talking about though? A LeBron, like a modern LeBron, or?
Oh, listen, they're talking a superfractor. It's not even a pro uni, so it's his high school uniform, which again I think limits collectors, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Here's what I'll say, because there's a lot of folks in here that are saying no, somebody's going to pay up big money for that card. I really hope that card does not do more than $30,000. I don't think it will, but I don't really like LeBron. I don't like LeBron at all. So
time will tell.
Time will tell. And so, are they selling it for sure? Do they know that for sure?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, Ken is all over that, right? I mean, he's like the fucking phone call went out, the bat signal went out immediately.
Yep.
Immediately.
Yep. All right, brother.
Hey, man.
Calling in the morning.
Yes, sir, dude. I think it's official. What do you say? I mean, I say live streams from here on out.
Yeah, hands down.
I think that's the way to go. As a matter of fact, those of you that are in the live stream right now, if you could please hit the like button on the way out, I would really appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the alert right now for next week's episode, which would be episode 52, so that you can go ahead and set your notifications and go ahead and be reminded to join us. Remember, Card Hedge. You can download the app, Go visit Card Hedger. All the links and everything's going to be in the description if you guys are watching post live stream. You guys are watching the replay. All the stuff's going to be in there. Come check me out at Arena. Look for at Retro Hoops. What's your showroom, JD? As a matter of fact, you know
JD
what?
Sports Cards.
Send me the link to your showroom so I can throw it in
JD
the
Sports Cards.
notes. JD Sports
All right.
Cards. All right, yeah, check us out. I just like discounted everything like ridiculous. I think like I don't think I have too many cards that are over $5 right now in my showroom. I'm just trying to liquidate. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got. Man. We appreciate you guys joining us, man. We got 20 people in here. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I will say this in closing, Birdie. I don't know where you were all night, but I'm disappointed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sorely disappointed.
Until next week. You know what? Next week, bro. We might not have an episode for a couple weeks.
Why is that? Or I mean, I'll run the live stream solo.
Yeah, I am headed out of the country to the great land of the Bahamas.
Ooh,
so, yeah.
Fancy boy things, huh?
Yep.
Fancy boy things. You know what? You know what we might do? You know what? Oh, you know what? I'll get Lou to pinch hit.
Yeah. I mean, I could do Thursday night. I can do one more, but then the following week I'm definitely out.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll figure it out. It'll give me some time to find a sub. It'll give me time. All right, we appreciate you guys watching, man. Thanks a lot, everybody. We love y'all. We'll catch you on the next episode, the next live stream. Peace.
Nighty night.